Hi everyone, today's tutorial is an idea that I've had of what to do with the cutout letters that you might have after you've used a die cutting machine. So these were just a couple of letters that I had cut out on my Cricut, and of course you could use any die cutting machine for this. And then usually you end up with your piece of cardstock with all these letters cut out. So I just used my paper trimmer to trim down as close as I could to the sides, and now I'm going to make a little embellishment for them, and I could use this as a title if I had the right letters and things like that. So it is really like such an easy process, probably doesn't even actually deserve a tutorial, but all I'm doing is getting my glue runner, and then just wanting to glue on as much of it as I possibly can, and then I'm going to go to the corner, and stick it in there, and I'll continue around. What you need to make sure with your letters is that you've got them up the right way. So the easiest way to do it is if you've got a cardstock that feels different on each side, make sure that they're all the right way, otherwise it's going to look a bit funny. If you had sort of like pop dots, you could try using those, but I find the glue runner is one of the better ones. If you were wanting to make this out of exactly the same word that you had cut out previously, then you wouldn't need to cut them into individual letters, because we are sticking them next to each other. But in my case, these are just a couple of letters, my initials as it turned out, from a big word that I'd cut out, so I'm just using these ones. And what I can either do from here is, if this was my full word as my title, I could just cut all around the edge, which I'll do now. This is one of those times when you, if you haven't laid it all straight on the paper underneath, then you won't want to push it up against the bottom. You really want to make sure that the die cut letters are straight. That's the main thing. And if you wanted to, you could definitely leave a little border around the edge. That was a mistake, but still. So we can leave it here and just trim off some excess. And so yeah, your options now, if you've made the entire word, is to leave it like this, or if you're wanting to separate it out a little bit, I do recommend that you use some scissors for this as opposed to your cutter. Just so you can be nice and accurate. These are not very good scissors. Anyway, and then you've got your little letters out like that, and you can then use them to put onto your layout. Maybe as a title, or even as a background piece underneath a photo or something like that, if you're just wanting to not waste your pieces of paper. Could look quite cool. So that's my very quick tutorial for what you could possibly do with the cardboard after you've cut out your die cut letters. And certainly this could work not just for letters but for anything that you cut out.